Ready?
So, what do you expect from government?
I expect for government to make sure that everyone has a fair chance to live a good life.
Protection of our freedom.
Well, I would expect government to do what it's required to do as by the Constitution. And there are certain things that the Constitution wants the government to get involved in, and some things the government is not supposed to be involved in.
To refocus on what made American government in the first place, and that was God.
Keep taxes lower.
Just protection of our country's resources that should be available to everyone.
I was talking to a friend this morning about the government getting involved in a baseball scandal. Well, I don't think that's the government's job.
Keep crime out of the city.
And to keep us safe.
Is America great now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Depending on how we proceed, it's very possible. I don't know that I determine it as great, but it's definitely has the potential, especially with all the technology. If we invest in learning and education, I think that we could become a really great place for people to live and enjoy their lives.
America is starting to lose their greatness very rapidly.
It always depends on the eyes that you look for or look through. I look back at my own life. America has been a great place for me. Lots of opportunity. I think I've made good use of the opportunity, but I know there's a lot of people in our country that are not afforded the same privileges I was entitled to, and it just did not work out for them. Through their eyes, they would say it's not great right now. It hasn't been great, and they may see it getting greater as the government may be providing more things for them than they've been entitled to before.
America's image is not great. I think America still has great people, and I think we have great programs, and I think some parts of our government are great. Our opportunities are phenomenal, but I don't think our image is great, and I do think at one time it was.
When was America great?
America was great in the past when it was a more fully Christian established nation.
Yeah, I think that there have been several times in the past where America could be defined as great.
Of course, during the slave trade, it wasn't great. During the 60s with the violence and the protests, that wasn't a good time for the country.
I think when America was destined or wanted to be known as the city on the shining light, city on the hill that Ronald Reagan talked about, that was a time when the U.S. felt great about themselves. But I think that was, again, through my eyes as being part of that society that was doing well at that time.
How do you define greatness?
Greatness? That's a very interesting question.
I think when we talk about our country and our government, greatness is really taking into account our citizens and how they're being able to prosper or having ample opportunity to live lives that we would be proud to say our citizens are living.
Greatness. To think on that one just a little bit.
Where other people looked at us in an honorable way, felt that we were honorable, fair people.
A shining example to the world of this is the way a society should be.
Embracing diversity and making sure that companies and public facilities accept all different types of people from all walks of life.
Greatness revolves around people, character of American people. That's what makes America great.